Hello, and welcome back to the Heart of Care podcast. It is mid-April 2026, and the global competition for skilled clinicians has reached an absolute fever pitch. If you are an Australian nurse or care worker, your inbox is probably flooded with international recruitment offers. You see those flashy numbers, £48,000 in the UK or $110,000 in the US. And it makes a permanent move or a working holiday look incredibly tempting. But today we need to do a relocation reality check, because as healthcare recruitment specialists, we see too many clinicians return home sooner than planned with what we call a relocation hangover. Your skills are a global currency, but if you don't understand the local exchange rate of living costs, you might find yourself working significantly harder for a lifestyle that feels much poorer. Today, we are moving from top-line thinking to bottom-line reality. Let's start with the London illusion. International marketing is designed to highlight the gross salary, but it rarely leads with the deductions. It is so easy to be blinded by a big number. But consider the tax trap. A nurse earning a high salary in the UK is subject to income tax and national insurance that can consume a quarter of their pay instantly. Add in the rent reality, where Londoners spend over 40% of their gross income on housing, and suddenly that high salary necessitates a flat share just to afford the commute to the hospital. Even the tax-free Middle Eastern hubs have hidden friction. They offer high cash liquidity, but lack the social safety net we are used to in Australia. You might find yourself paying entirely out of pocket for private utilities and high-premium health insurance. So, how do you make a smart move? You stop thinking in exchange rates and you start thinking in purchasing power parity, or PPP. PPP simply measures what your money actually buys in terms of local goods. If your Sydney salary allows you to save 15% of your income after all expenses, but a London salary only allows for 5% savings despite a higher number on the contract, that move is a financial step backward. Before you sign any international contract, you need to run your numbers through the true disposable income formula. It is a simple 3-step process. Step 1, find your net foundation. Take your gross salary and subtract local income tax and social security. Step 2, find your survival baseline. Take that net cash and subtract local rent and utilities. Step 3, find your professional margin. Take the remainder and subtract local registration fees, professional indemnity, and mandatory health surcharges. Whatever is left over is your true disposable income. If this number is lower than your current Australian savings, you are essentially paying out of pocket for the experience of living abroad, rather than building your wealth. You also need to watch out for the hidden costs of the first 12 months. Beware of the seniority dip. Even if you are a highly experienced senior nurse in Australia, you might be forced to start at a lower band internationally while your qualifications are locally verified. This step back in scope can mean a much lower salary for your first 6 to 12 months. And always check the fine print for relocation debt. If a hospital pays for your flights and visa, check the payback clause. Many require you to pay back the full package if you leave within the first 2 years. Now let's look at the flip side. If you are an international nurse looking to come here, or an Aussie deciding whether to stay, Australia offers financial levers that are incredibly hard to beat globally. First, the salary packaging perk. This allows you to pay for massive expenses like rent or your mortgage using pre-tax dollars, which legally lowers your taxable income and puts thousands of dollars back in your pocket. Second, the superannuation advantage. On top of your nursing-based salary, Australian employers must pay an additional 12% into your pension. This isn't deducted from your pay. It's an absolute bonus toward your long-term wealth. And finally, our penalty rates. Australia has some of the most robust protections for shift workers in the world, turning standard nursing jobs into high-wealth opportunities if you work unsocial hours. A higher salary abroad can be life-changing, but only if you understand the full financial picture. Make sure your next move is a step up, not just a step away. At Randstad Health and Aged Care, we're more than just recruiters. We're your career partners. Join our exclusive online nursing community today to connect with peers who have made the leap and access expert resources tailored for your journey. Just click the link in the episode description. Thanks for listening, stay safe, and we'll see you next time.